Nigel? Thank you, Nigel, for being so obliging.
To press a button. Yes. So my name's Nigel Rushton. My main claim to fame would be I'm the author of these 2 cycle touring guidebooks to New Zealand. They've been around 15 years. I make them here in Christchurch. I moved to Christchurch about the year 2000, and in part because of the City Council's approach to active transport and the change to a more cycle and walking friendly. But in the year 2004, cycleway moratorium came into place and I became a cycling advocate. I've given some pieces of paper for you to read. If you like, you can take them away for later. It's really for your information. But my main concerns are about the Hagley Park shared path in regard to this you're talking about, but also the accessible city as a whole. I feel a shared path is a compromise that is not the best option for the future. When we're going into the future, you're making plans now for the future, so you're making decisions. And I feel that a shared path is not the best. Even at 4 metres wide, it's not the best option. Basically, I've already spoken to some members of the Environment Committee, and that's why I came here today, because I wanted to spread this information wider. So, yeah, you can do that if you want. Yeah.
Thank you for coming in, and I guess really looking at the bigger picture, and I know one of the first lines in your submission is really about looking at the bigger picture. Given our financially constrained financial position, given that we've got a whole bunch of stuff we want to do in terms of major cycleways, do you think that this area should be a priority for spending, or would you rather us focus on making some other improvements at areas that probably had, currently a lot less level of cyclist amenity?
Yeah, well, Hagley Park is iconic, isn't it? We really should do it properly there. If anywhere in the city, Hagley Park should be the place where we do it properly, because this is, it's the jewel in the city's crown, isn't it? So spending a little bit more on this, it makes far more sense. Spending it more time, more money, and to do it right makes much more sense to me than compromising and doing it on the cheap and doing something that's not the best.
But in terms of, if, for example, well, just supplementary. I mean, if, for example, we put a cycling underbridge under Fitzgerald and Kilmore Street, for example, are there other areas in the central city that you think we'd be best putting that money in now to get a greater level of benefit for cycling rather than going into Hagley Park? Accepting that, we could do Hagley Park at any stage and do it properly, but are there any other areas that you think we should be focusing on?
What we should be doing is looking at providing a safe environment for everybody, where 8 or 9-year-olds can travel independent of their parents and the parents not have to worry about danger. That's the aim. So everybody should look at something and say, well, would I let my daughter or son travel in this area unsupervised? And if the answer is no, then the design isn't good enough.
It's probably more a comment. I'm just getting quite confused. We're trying to get the cyclists off the road because they are in danger. We're putting them onto shared pathways now. The pedestrians are in danger. It's like this hierarchy of issues, and we're trying to mitigate for every single issue. The
photos that you've got in the documents there show you that shared paths are not the safest option, and we should be providing the safest option. This is going to be for the next 50 years. It's not today, it's tomorrow.
Yeah, but the issue is that we are going to be investing a massive amount of money in some major cycle routes, and that is to mitigate where their problems are extreme. To try and mitigate for every single risk in life would cost a huge amount of money. Well, that's not just an observation.
Okay, the $69 million that's going to be spent on the 13th cycle, well, whatever, all right. all that money that's going to be spent on separated cycleways, 13 of them, doesn't integrate with a shared path in Hagley Park. It should be separated.